Hello and welcome to part 2 of filming all of the books on my physical TBR. I am at classics today, of which I have a few more classics than I had thrillers. I have 53 unread classics, and at this point I should probably make the caveat that there are probably books that are mixed up within the genres on my shelves. There will probably be mysteries or thrillers that got shoved in with like adult fiction. There will probably be classics that I forgot somewhere or that are also just shoved in with adult fiction. I've tried to kind of separate these as best as possible, but sometimes it's just like you forget or you don't realize or it happens. But I have 53 classics that are unread that I will go through quickly. Don't judge me. I feel like this is the shameful video of I never read any classics in school. Not because they weren't assigned and not because I didn't read as a teen, but because I did not read anything that was assigned to me to read, ever. So there are a lot of basic classics that I just never read. So let's get into this and I'll show you all 53 of these books. Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes, Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, The Complete Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann, Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy, Jane Austen, 3 complete novels which include Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, and Emma, of which I think I still need to read Emma and Pride and Prejudice. The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck, Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe, Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, The Return of the Native by Thomas Hardy, The Aenid by Vergil, The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodr Dostoyevsky, Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck, 3 by Flannery O'Connor, which includes Wise Blood, A Good Man is Hard to Find, and The Violent Bear It Away. In Dubious Battle by John Steinbeck, Walden and Other Writings by Henry David Thoreau, Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, As I Lay Dying by William Faulkner, The Catcher in the Rye by JD Salinger, Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, Paradise Lost by John Milton, A Christmas Carol and Other Christmas Stories by Charles Dickens, War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy, The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, Candide by Voltaire, Investigations of a Dog by Franz Kafka, Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, Lady Chatterley's Lover by D.H. Lawrence, The Voyage Out by Virginia Woolf, The Jungle by Upton Sinclair, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Kesey, A Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway, Absalom Absalom by William Faulkner, Moby Dick by Herman Melville, The House of the Seven Gables by Nathaniel Hawthorne, Waiting for the Barbarians by J.M. Coetzee, The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou, Light in August by William Faulkner, The Island of Dr. Moreau by H.G. Wells, East of Eden by John Steinbeck, Tess of the D'Urbervilles by Thomas Hardy, The House of Mirth by Edith Wharton, Great Expectations by Charles Dickens, The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux, David Copperfield by Charles Dickens, Eugene Onegin by Alexander Pushkin, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, All Quiet on the Western Front by Eric Maria Remarque, Typee by Herman Melville, and the last book is The Hunchback of Notre Dame by Victor Hugo. These are all of the classics left on my physical TBR to read, which I would feel slightly better about, except there are about 3 classics left on my shelf that I have already read. I definitely don't read as many classics as I intend to. So this is definitely one of the bigger projects, and like I don't read that many classics and I want to, so I need to work more on that. Let me know down below if you've read any of these, what you thought of them, if you have, if you've heard good things, if you heard bad things, if you want to buddy read them, because I have a lot. And to be honest, I don't really know much about classics, apart from that I recognize them and I know them. So then I see them in thrift stores and buy them, which is a problem. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all again soon.